in my energy. I feel protection heavily. Hey, the ancestors in my energy. Hey, I feel protection heavily. Hey, hey, come on. The ancestors in my energy. I feel protection heavily. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the ancestors in my energy. I feel protected heavily. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, hey, don't worry. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, you and your purpose is a good day. Hey, your spirit lifted, it's a good day. Hey, good morning, it's a good day. Hey, yeah, the ancestors in my energy. Good morning, I feel protection heavily. Hey, don't worry, it's a good day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I feel protection heavily. Yeah, the ancestors in my energy. Hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Hey, hey, the ancestors in my energy. Hey, I feel protection heavily. The ancestors in my energy. Don't worry. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, you and your purpose is a good day. Hey, your spirit lifted, it's a good day. Hey, the ancestors in my energy. I feel protection heavily. Hey, the ancestors in my energy. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Don't worry. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, you and your purpose is a good day. Hey, your spirit lifted, it's a good day. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Hey, hey, the ancestors in my energy. I feel protection heavily. Yeah, the ancestors in my energy. Hold up, I feel protected heavily. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, and thank you for joining. Hey, don't worry, it's a good day. Hey, you and your purpose is a good day. Hey, your spirit's lifted, it's a good day. Hey, your spirit's lifted, it's a good day. Hey, hold up, the ancestors in my energy. Hold up, I feel protected heavily. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Don't worry, hey, it's a good day. Hey, you and your purpose is a good day. Hey, your spirit lifted, it's a good day. Hold up, the ancestors in my energy. Hold up, I feel protected heavily. worry. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, you in your purpose, it's a good day. Hey, yeah, it's a good day. Oh, the ancestors in my energy. I feel protected heavily. Don't worry, it's gonna be a good day. Hey, you in your purpose, it's a good day. Hey, your spirit's lifting, it's a good day. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Hey, hold up, the ancestors in my energy. Oh, oh, hey, they really feeling this energy. If you know, you know. Hey, the ancestors in my energy. Hey, it's gonna be a good day. Don't worry, it's gonna be a good day. Don't worry, it's gonna be a good day. Hey, I feel protected heavily. The ancestors in my energy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And thank you for joining. Hey. Hey. The ancestors in my energy. I feel protected heavily. Hey. 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 Protections around me. Hey. Protections around me. Okay. When I say the ancestors in my energy, if you know, you know. Okay. Hey. Never gonna be the same. Hey, it ain't never gonna be the same. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well, in good spirits, good energy, and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright. We're coming through with a live for you guys. Make sure you take the message, how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to thumbs up, bell, subscribe. You know, so that when we go live, you are notified so you get more messages like this one. What's up, Yasmin? Good morning, girl.
Morning.
Hey, y'all. Hey,
morning, everyone. Grand Rising.
Hey.
Whatever you say. Somebody say, hey.
Hey, I can't see the name.
You must have caught the tune early.
Hey.
Oh, man. Thank God for another day.
Yes.
Shaking off the fatigue and the dust, energy. My sleep state, I've been going through it, so it's kind of been topsy-turvy for me. Nevertheless, we here this morning. We got some downloads, right?
Message.
Message. This is a. So, all right, I'm gonna say this, right? And this is for somebody, whoever it may resonate with. It really feels collective. Unrequited love is a horrible karmic loop. Break the cycle, right? And I'm just going to elaborate on that. Unrequited love is a horrible karmic loop. And what is that? What is unrequited love? It's basically allowing people to love you not for who you are, but for what they can benefit from you, right? That's unrequited love kind of broke down, whereas though, you dealing with people and maybe you could be in a situation where you're afraid to be the real you, or you're not going to be accepted for being who you really are. And people who can't accept you for who you really are, no matter how you are, right? If you don't have to love them that way, because it's a karmic loop. It's unrequited love. And I feel like a lot of us go through it on a certain level. So that's the download. Unrequited love is a horrible karmic loop. So break the cycle of it. Like, if people can't love you for who you are, learn to love you for who you are, then, you got to reconsider how you love them. That's the downloads.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I got another one, but I'm kind of want to see what the spirit wants to say through the cards, right? I'm kind of being pushed away from it, like.
Go ahead.
So we gonna see what goes on. Now, what you got over there? Oh yeah. Okay.
You want to see what's going on?
Five of Swords, definitely. I even feel it. You feel it?
Yeah.
Five of Swords energy. Okay. Two, the Wheel, the Hermit in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. All right, so Five of Swords to the Hermit in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords. Air sign energy present. But it feels like, well, off the bat, it feels like confusion. Confusion of the mind, right? Maybe undecided. I mean, look at the card. And I even feel like that too. I feel like confusion. Hermit in reverse is a failure to go within, to figure things out. Three of Swords in reverse. I don't know, maybe somebody in a situation where you maybe need to be a little bit more aware. Maybe you can not be nervous in a situation. Maybe you're in a situation that you need to pay attention to. Because the Three of Swords in reverse, it feels like a warning to me, because with the Five of Swords out here and the Hermit being in reverse and then the Three of Swords being in reverse, I just feel like the Three of Swords should be upright, because, well, it could also be a sign of being callous. Like, I don't know. Like, I do clearly see that somebody is in confusion, and the Hermit in reverse is like a failure to go within. Like, you're not really looking. I don't know. Maybe somebody, you just need to take some time out and think about what it is that's confusing you, maybe. Because I feel somebody's confusion. Like, as I'm trying to make my way through this 3-card spread, it just feels like a bunch of confusion mentally. And with the Hermit being in reverse, I don't see where it's being straightened out. And the Three of Swords being in reverse, I don't really, I don't know. At this point, it's either come out of confusion or stay in confusion. That's viewer's choice. Because I don't see where, I mean, that's not to be slightful or nothing, but I feel like somebody, you have to go within so that you can see what you need in a broader scope. You can see, go within so you don't have to go without, like they say. I don't know. I'm back out of there. What you got?
I heard Tatiana and Logan. This could be your name or significant. I got 11/22. Your birthday could be November 22nd. February 11th is coming out as well. You could be 22 years old, 44. Okay, we got major change. And it's crazy because before we started this, before we got on live, I wrote, change will always feel like the hard road, okay? And the first card that I pulled is major change. So, things are about to shift, whether we like it or not, right? But it's for the greatest purpose, right? So get ready, okay? Comfort, advice, major change, individuality, and independence. Now, I feel like while this change is coming in, and some of it is voluntary and some of it is involuntarily happening, I feel like it's for, you know, the greater cause. And I know this because it says love is the bridge between you and everything, right? So I feel like in this major change, remembering love, loving yourself, remember that, you know, no matter what you go through, you still have to love people, yourself. You know, you are not a product of what you're going through. We all go through things, and, you know, situations change. So get ready, buckle up, saddle up, you know, go in knowing that, hey, whatever's happening, I'm ready for this one, you know, like, you know, your faith, okay? Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are the tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or comforting message is on the way. Everything will work out in your favor. Now, this is for people who are really willing to tap in love. Now, if you're still out here trying to match energies, if you're still out here trying to take vengeance into your own hand, this might not resonate with you. So I know I ain't going to resonate with everybody, and that's cool. But something about connections, oneness, and finding your way forward. So even if you feel stuck right now, don't worry. This change that's coming is for forward movement. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen.
Damn, steady progress.
Yeah, right?
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Steady progress.
Okay. And I know this to be true because you have the 10 of Cups out here. You know, this is that storybook ending. This is where, you know, at the end you have something to talk about because you went through some things to get wherever you're going. You know, you actually, you know, enjoyed the journey. You remembered the journey, because a lot of times we go through the journey, we go through things, we forget. You know, we get something that we want, we forget that we ever had, we become ungrateful. You know, we get memory loss. You know how we do, right? So I don't know. I just feel like, you know, this part of your journey is really about enjoying the journey, you know, learning the lessons, remembering the lessons, being able to teach the lessons, being able to not repeat the cycles, you know, those kind of things. I feel like there's, you know, a lot of good energy here. Divine love, you know. Divine love, like, you know, emotional fulfillment. Yeah. See, this change is needed. You know, somebody's like, well, I don't want to change, but this change is needed for you. Okay. In order to get a new result, we got to change. You can't keep, you know, doing the same thing and expecting something different out of it. And you also, you know, you can't get blood out of a turnip, right? So that kind of energy. I don't know, independence, I like this for you though. I feel like, you know, you could be feeling like you're alone on this journey. Sometimes this journey feels alone, lonesome, but you're never alone, okay? And I feel like, you know, be willing to reach out to people. There's people out here just like you. I know a lot of times we like to think we're the only weird one. We're the only one that does this. We're the only kind. We're not. There's other people just like you, right? So even though you have your independence, I feel like still having those connections is very important, but keeping your individuality, okay? Because a lot of us, you know, for so long, we lost our individuality, and that's what makes us unique, right? That's what is the beautiful part about you, you know, that individuality, that thing about you that is just you, like, you know? So don't forget that thing that's just you. I don't know if it's the way you wear your hair, a signature. I don't know. You could do something with your lip. I don't know what it is that you do, but you know what it is. But have faith in your skills and talents. There, you know, when you put in work, you might not see it right then and there, but it shows. Like, you know, in school, you have to do work over the course of the semester in order to get the grade at the end, right? So, major change, baby. Major pain. I just heard major pain. You could have watched Major Pain recently. You could be in the military or something like that. You could be a military kid, okay? Major change. You know, discipline comes with change too. Like, you really have to, like, be able to discipline. That's what separates people. Are you able to discipline yourself? Because half of the world is not, right? And it's hard. Discipline is hard. So major change. I don't know. Get ready. I heard get ready.
Okay. I just want to say something that my wife said. I wrote it down, and she said, put yourself in a position to be able to teach the lesson. Teach the lesson. Like, I think that's dope. Like, and I think that's where we at as a collective. Like, you know, a bunch of people doing this is a bunch of people going through this. we go through this, and we do this because we go through this, right? That's the relation right there. That's the collective energy. Like, you know, like sometimes we speak into ourselves as well.
Absolutely.
So teach the lesson, right?
Okay.
You got the Five of Cups out here to the Star to the Two of Cups. Now this could be an Aquarius, right? The Aquarius archetype is out here. I'm gonna say this, it may not resonate with everyone, but somebody, alcohol is destroying your relationships. The sorrow that comes behind it. I'm not necessarily saying that you have a problem with it, right? I don't know, right? But it's something, it could be somebody in your energy that has a problem with it, and it could be destroying, but it's destruction in the relationship due to alcohol consumption.
That can definitely cause problems, can't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's and like I said, it feels like an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. I feel like with the star energy out here, I feel like there's so much potential in you as a person, whoever you may be, viewer. But the alcoholism around you, it either is you or somebody else, but somebody, right? And this is just help. It's not criticism. It's just reality, right? It destroys our relationships at some point. And if we want to have relationships, then we got to find a way to ultimately be able to deal with our situations with that, right? And not only that, right? It's also another way to see this as well through my intuitions, right? Is I feel like the Star to the Five of Cups to the Two of Cups, it could be you in a relationship where you hold a lot of regret about certain things. It may not even be about the relationship you in. It could be about things you went through in the past. I don't know, but it just feels like, you know, a sorrowful kind of energy. Maybe a regretful. You can have some things that you regret. The Two of Cups is upright, so I do see this as being a relationship with potential, or even a relationship that can sustain two people. I'm going to read the Oracle and I'm going to step out of there. It says, open doors. You have many options, so take your time and choose what's right.
It's crazy because I was sitting over here looking at these cards and I was thinking like, I don't know, I feel like I could be talking to a younger person here. I got 0550 friendship coming out, success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. It says what you seek is seeking you, believe, focus, intent met with destiny. And then I also have the Seven of Cups coming out here in the reverse. I feel like there could be a young person here, and I don't know, maybe you could be desiring to have more connected relationships, but maybe you could feel like people in your age bracket are, you know, just not on your level. But there are some young people out here that are very, very tapped in. Spirit is saying, you know, sometimes you have to put yourself in social networks that really represent who you are in order to find the people that you're looking for, right? You know, because sometimes if you're not in the right environment, you're not going to find the people that you are looking for. And let's be real, you know, people need each other. You know, that's what we were created to need each other, okay? In some kind of way here. So I don't know, you could be feeling like you want more people like you, and I feel like this is here. Okay, don't be impatient. Give people a chance too. A lot of us, we cut people off so fast, we don't give people an opportunity to even show us anything. They do one thing and we like, they just like the last one. You gotta give people an opportunity. People are different. Okay. Not everybody is here to harm you, to hurt you. Now, there are some dark and evil spirits, but there's some good people out here, okay? I feel like there's an opportunity here to build a lot of successful relationships. Friendship is coming out. You know, if you have 5 good friends or a couple good friends in life, you are blessed. So hold on to those people if you have them. And if you don't, like, you know, start creating those circles, okay? So, I think, I don't know. I feel like people are craving relationships, and maybe I feel like these are platonic relationships, not necessarily romantic relationships, but people just crave relationships. People are coming out of their shell, they're growing, they're learning things, and they're craving, people like them. And I see this, okay? Make sure that you are, I always say, if you want to meet people, make sure that you are approachable, right? A lot of us, we went around for a very long time. We had our faces, bulked up, looking like, we ready to fight, don't want to be approached. If you want to be approached by people, if you want to meet people, a variation of people, you have to be approachable, right? Everywhere I go, people talk to me. They tell me all their business.
They do.
People sometimes I don't even want to talk, y'all, to be honest with you. I know it feels like I probably talk a lot, but sometimes I don't even want to talk, and people force me to talk. Like, they'll say something and it makes me laugh, or, they do things. So, when you look approachable, sometimes, people need relief out in the world, and you're a healer. So a lot of times your job is out when you're doing things. So, and that's how you meet people, right? Looking approachable. I don't know if you could be very focused right now, needing to be focused. Okay. I feel like it's just time to take action. Like, what do you really want in life? If you want something, you have to go after it. Are you taking the steps to really get what you want or become who you want to become? Right. Decisive decisions are very important right now, and maybe just being concrete with things. When you put concrete down, that's it. You know, so your boundaries, okay, the foundations that you're building. Once you put that concrete down, it ain't no just digging it back up, right? So. What you seek is seeking you. Believe, focus, okay? People you are meeting is a part of your destiny, okay? Don't be so quick to block people out. People may even look different. Like, these could be people from different backgrounds. These could be people that don't dress like you, whatever. They could smell bad. They could look bad, whatever, right? But you never know who is being used, okay, to maybe even speak a word to you. Because I'm seeing somebody, you might be getting a word from somebody you didn't even think could give you a word, okay? And then you might have an aha moment later on, like, whoa, was that an angel? Okay.
Okay. So give yourself a chance. Big on the give yourself. Give yourself a chance to develop. And then it says, you have to trust God to support you on your road to a higher self.
Come on.
You might not make every right decision. You might find yourself doing things that's unconventional. You might find yourself, but you got to remember, God supported you then, God supports you now. Don't let people convince you otherwise. It's different paths. Everybody's path is different. We live in a different time. We live in a time of full-blown exposure, right? So we've been confronted with a lot of things that we never seen before. Simple as that. This wasn't in the manual. This wasn't this wasn't written. So give yourself a chance, right? All right, right here we got the Five of Wands to the Seven of Pentacles in reverse to the Temperance. And the Temperance literally flew out and sat on my arm. Like, it was just sitting there, right? And then guess what the Temperance, the oracle that balances the Temperance card is the duality dance. It says, seek balance amidst chaos and find harmony within yourself. Big Sagittarius energy, right? Now look, the Five of Wands to the Seven of Pentacles, there's a lack of investment somewhere, and it's due to mental chaos. The Five of Wands is mental conflict and confusion. With this being out here in the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it could be stopping you from making an investment into something the way you want. Like the Seven of Pentacles is like, or you could be pausing to take a moment to balance yourself, which I feel like, yeah, because you got the world, and the world, this card demanded that I pick it up. It was literally sitting right there looking at in my face like, yeah, this goes with the reading. All right, so what I'm saying is the duality dance, this is you, Sag. Temperance, doesn't have to be a Sag, but this Temperance energy. This Seven of Pentacles, to the world, it can look like you're not making an investment, right? You do have the Five of Wands, which is mental. It's a little bit of confusion and chaos. But then you got the Temperance to the world, which is that's a stronger definition of your mental aspect, meaning that, yeah, you may be viewed as a person that's not making an investment. Seven of Pentacles, but I feel like it's not that. It's a pause. It's a moment where you pause and you gather, right? Because you coming out strong with the Temperance upright to the world. Duality dance. Like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm reading for a person very mystical. A very mystical kind of energy is what I'm reading. Because to people, you may appear to, it's like people think they can figure you. They think that they know, okay, I got this panda, but then boom, suddenly something happens and they wasn't expecting it. And that's how it is when you deal with people that, this is a spiritual person who I'm speaking to. Look at this Temperance. You're levitating out the card, right? I'm speaking to a person that has definitely a relationship with spirit, a spiritual being, a divine being, divine human. I don't know, like, stick to your script. All I can tell you. I mean, it's not much to be seen here. They're not giving me a lot. It's just like what appears to be you not making an investment. Apparently, it's not that. Apparently, it's you gathering and it's you moving forward, right? So do your thing. That's all I can say. Do your thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Spirit is giving me all kinds of stuff over here. I don't know. You could be a freelancer. Something about the way you make money is not normal, or it's not what people call normal. Maybe you don't do a 9 to 5. Maybe you're free. I don't know. I picked up freelancer or something like that. Okay, you could live a very carefree life, a very simple life, and people.
Journeyman.
Yeah, I don't know. I just see somebody very free. Okay.
Journeyman.
Be careful and use your discernment when meeting people. Now, we are meeting people, but of course, Spirit wanted me to go back and use your discernment when you meet people, of course, because there are some people that will lure you in to attack you because they are literally intimidated by your light, okay? The things that you radiate, who you are, what spills out of you. So, be mindful of that, because I feel like you could definitely be on a journey, you could be traveling, or I don't know, you could just be a very free spirit, very spontaneous. We got the Fool coming out here. We got 666 with creativity. And we also have, if your light is in your heart, you will find your way home. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know, you could be a very free spirit. You could have gone through a lot of different travels, a lot of different scenes. You could have been a lot of different places. Okay, you have God protection over you when you go. I don't know, something about that. You always step into the unknown. I don't know, something about your creative journey is very, very important because you are such a free spirit. It's very important that you're always in some kind of creation mode, okay? Yeah, I don't know, I've been picking up this visionary a lot. Something about your eyes, the way you can see things, okay? You can literally vision how you want something to be, and it can come out just that way. 666 is a sign that it's time to focus inward. Okay, working on your skills to discover your talents and use your imagination. A lot of people have so many different skills and talents. Think about it. A lot of times when you see a rapper, they can sing or they can dance, all right? So people have different kind of talents, and they have several of them, right? A lot of people don't start things because they want to do everything at once.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you just take that one thing, that thing that you are strongest at, and you start there, that thing will allow you to build and use the rest of your skills and talents around it. Sometimes you just have to focus on one thing, because if you try to focus on everything at once, a lot of times we don't get anything done. But if you focus in on one thing, it will open up doors for every other thing that you want to do. And you have to believe that. Okay?
That's real. That's good advice right there.
So, yeah.
Way to see into that. All right. We got an air sign out here who's 100 miles and running. Right. You got the Queen of Swords to the Lovers in reverse to the Knight of Swords. Seek clarity. And I feel like that's what you're doing. What I'm saying is an air sign doesn't have to be, but the art your type is out here. I'm saying an air sign and you moving away fast from something. It could be a person, a relationship. It could be the way you think about yourself. Like you showing yourself love. So you moving away from being rude to yourself. I don't know where that came from, but I'm an air sign, so I know what that's all about. When you absolutely rude to yourself, right? So I feel like you moving away from the lovers in reverse. I'm really feeling like a relationship too. Like somebody you could be moving away from a relationship that's not good for you, or relationships that's not good for you. You moving fast with the Knight of Swords, right? And you might not have all the facts either. But, because look, I mean, the Knight of Swords, look at this. Like, this guy is like, his bike way up there, he way in the back. And that's, the Knight of Swords energy is an energy that moves against the grain as well. So, I mean, I feel like you moving in the right direction. It might sting a little bit. Because you're running away from something that you actually love, but it's not good for you.
Change always feels like the hard road.
Change, that's what that says?
I wrote that before we got on, and then, yes.
Change always, so, yeah, that's real. Like, I literally feel like, and it doesn't have to be over dramatic, like, if it's not resonating, but somebody, you running away from something that you love, actually, but it's not healthy for you. So my advice is, honestly, run as hard as you can. Because if it's not healthy for you, right? If you love something that's not healthy for you, you surely have to run away from it. Because if you succumb to it, it's not healthy for you at the end of the day, right? I'm going to tell you what a wise man told me. Find something greater than love. I know a man, like, and he told me that, very wise man. He was like, he had a problem in life, and he said the way that I dealt with this problem was I developed a greater love. So he loved God more than he loved his problem that he had, right? That may not resonate with everybody, but if you loving something unhealthy, at least find something healthy to love to offset that. Because, like, you don't want to go back and put yourself in a situation where you in love with something that's unhealthy for you. Seek clarity. That's what you're doing. That's what the Oracle says. Embrace honesty. Face consequences. Sharpen your focus for personal growth. Okay, Spirit.
Spirit say you could be feeling like you are being disciplined in an area of your life, and you are. Learn from it, okay? And it's a good thing, I feel like what's happening right now is we should be showing gratitude, because I have 707 out here. Now, this thing says good luck, but I don't believe in good luck. I believe in divine timing. I believe that everything happens when it's supposed to, and perfect timing, right? So perfect timing is what I'll say. I'm going to rename this card, to the angel deck. Okay. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, and divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. Okay. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. Yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message out to others. That means that, when I go through something, I have to be like, all right, what's this lesson about? Okay. How can I use this to teach? How can I use this to motivate, right? How can I do these kind of things? Because I don't know, somebody is feeling like they missed the opportunity. We got the 4 of Cups here, disappointment. Okay. But we also have what is planted in your soul will sprout. So, whatever's in your soul, it will sprout. You know, matters of the heart. My husband always says, you know, things in your heart, you can't hide them, right? So I don't know. I feel like there's an energy here of feeling dissatisfied when we should be feeling like gratitude because things are not looking bad. Okay, they're better than they've been, and they are getting even better. So I don't know. You know, if you feel weary, you know, you feel maybe just even boredom. You know, you maybe need to fill your time up because what's planted will grow. Okay, plant seeds. Dedicate yourself to your work. Okay. Definitely need to be dedicated to the work right now because something that you do is very good. You know, it's healing. I feel like when you do this work, it actually even keeps you away from negativity. You know, maybe that's why every time you go to do whatever this is that you do, you feel like pulled away from it because this thing is really healing. And let's be honest, you know, it's a fight between good and evil.
Man, look.
Okay, so.
Man, look. I ain't gonna lie.
You can have stars tattooed on you, okay? Or somebody could be a star amongst the stars. I don't know if you work in celebrity world or something like that. You could be a celebrity watching us. I don't know, okay? Something about a star. You know, a star is a star. And the beautiful thing about the stars is it's a whole bunch of stars in the sky, and they are all different and unique, okay? But they're still all stars. They still all shine. Okay, maybe somebody needs to know that you still shine regardless to whoever's around. You know, multiple people can shine. That's cool. Okay, I don't know. Awakening, spiritual awakening. Okay. You know, sometimes when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it doesn't feel good. It's not pretty. It's not something that's like, girl, I'm going through a spiritual awakening. No, it feels hard. It feels lonely. It feels
gritty.
You know, dirty. It
It's
feels
gritty.
like, you know, am I losing my mind? It feels like, you know, is this really what's happening? It feels like sometimes, God, are you still with me? It feels like, am I being heard? It feels like, you know, what's happening? But when you know, there's no missed opportunities when you're going through a spiritual awakening. Okay? There's actually, it's creating more opportunities for you when you allow yourself to be spiritually in alignment, spiritually awakened. Okay, living in your purpose. So, I don't know.
Okay, this right here, this reading right here is it's just this may not resonate with everybody, period, right? But I feel like if you hear it, you hear to hear this. I got the Page of Cups to the Page of Wands. To the Page of Cups to the Page of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse to the Hierophant in reverse. So you know what this energy feels like to me and what I'm reading from the cards? Imagine you've been having a sudden intuition with the Page of Cups. Bing, right? See this card? So it was something that you became suddenly aware of. And what I'm saying is, when you became aware of it, it made you lose enthusiasm for something. Like you could have been a part of a group or some type of situation with people or not. But whatever it was, you had an epiphany like, wait a minute, something don't feel right. With the Page of Cups, that's the Page of Cups is essentially sometimes it's the nucleus of the intuition, like intuition in its rawest form. So when you go in the Page of Cups, it's like, bam, you it's the figure, like, wait a minute, I might be a part of something. Let me hold up. With the Page of Pentacles, it's a lack of enthusiasm. It's a sudden shift in the energy from the Page of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. Is like, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse is I'm definitely not moving forward at all. And then you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse to the Hierophant. Somebody, you was a part of a group or organization and you realized that it was not equal give and take. It was not something that was representing equality. The Six of Pentacles is in reverse. And I know what this feels like, right? And your oracle says, ignite your soul, embrace the mysteries of life, stay open-minded, and embrace the wisdom that unfolds from every experience. Now, I really feel like, and this doesn't have to resonate with everybody, but whatever it was that put you in that Page of Cups, that made you suddenly aware and have a lack of enthusiasm. And then it was followed by, it's like realizing like what I'm dealing with is not given equally. And the Hierophant in reverse, this could be many things, but what I'm feeling is a group. It could be a cult, a coven. It could be a religious facet. It could be a number of them, but I'm feeling like that's exactly what it is. So it's like maybe you found out that you were a part of something, and even with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that's also my Demon Seed card. And my ancestral reading, when the Page of Pentacles comes out, it's like especially in reverse, it's a demon seeded card. So you could easily have been a person that recognized, oh, I'm a part of something that might be evil, even. That's not necessarily given. So you're being advised to ignite your soul and embrace the mysteries and stay open-minded. Being open-minded is definitely being realistic about what you see and embracing. God don't show you things for nothing, right? And if you run away from what God showed you, it's going to drive you mad in the end. Because God shows you things sometimes. With this Page of Cups, that's a deep intuition. That's like a connection to the Most High. Like when you have, how you have them, you ever had them type of intuitions, and they so deep that you can't even question them. They bother you, like you begin to look at things. Sometimes it comes in the form of a dream as well. Thank you, Spirit. You could have had a dream about something, and ever since you saw it in your dream, you couldn't shake it. But that was the truth being shown to you. I know what it feels like. I went through it. You see a scenario in your dream, you wake up, man, did I just see what I saw? I can't. And sometimes you just can't unsee a thing, right? And sometimes it be in real life time. You're in a situation, God give you that epiphany, and then you can no longer unsee it. So you got to stay open-minded and ignite your soul. Learn from your experiences. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to back out. Don't condemn others and don't condemn yourself. That's my advice midway through. And whatever the process may be for you, wherever you may be at, that's it, and that's one to grow on. It frees up a lot of space. Lift condemnation off other people and lift condemnation off yourself. And move without it, because it's unnecessary. If people condemn you, let them condemn you. Fine. Don't resort to condemning them, and don't condemn yourself. Big on the don't condemn yourself. Somebody, you gotta see things from a higher perspective. And it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's hard at first. It is. Especially when God's showing you things and you never been shown these things before.
I got 24, discipline. I got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody could feel like literally, you know those rock walls that you climb up? Somebody could be feeling like their journey is like a rock wall, just trying to climb and get to the top, That's how it could be feeling here. Somebody could be feeling like, I don't know, they trying to get to the gold at the end of the rainbow, something like that. Okay. Spirit says a lot of times we are upset with ourselves because we don't stick to the plan long enough for it to work. And we wonder why it doesn't work or we don't see results. Spirit says we don't stick to things long enough for them to work. We start something, you go buy all the stuff. You know how many times you done did this? I know I have. How many times have you bought all the ingredients to a thing, bought everything you needed to make something or do something, a project, a craft, or whatever it is, and or you do a certain routine, you stick to it for the first couple of days, but you don't see immediate results. So because we don't see immediate results, we stop after the first 7 days. Right? So sticking to the plan long enough will allow you to see results, okay? Somebody could be practicing celibacy, okay? You could be like really refraining from the opposite sex. This could be nothing to do with the opposite sex, but everything to do with yourself. Really wanting to learn who you are outside of sex. Okay. Somebody could also need sex therapy here. Okay. Someone could have some kind of trauma dealing with that, or the opposite sex. I recommend therapy. Okay. I ain't a therapist, but I do recommend therapy. Right. Let's see. What else did I have? Oh, Spirit says stop using negative vocabulary. Instead of saying I can't, replace it with I will. Instead of saying I'm broke, I'm rich. Because a lot of you guys, you are rich in the spirit. And if you keep calling yourself broke, it doesn't add up. That's opposing energy. We got prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting on discipline. And the day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to the end goal. When you get to the end of a race, the momentum, right? You have to keep going, right? You can't stop right before you get at the finish line, or the opponent will win the race. So, you're almost there. Don't give up. Don't allow the momentum to stop, to die out. Okay. There is no need to overextend yourself. There's no need. See, a lot of you guys created foundations that are solid right now, so you don't have to overextend yourself for any kind of reason. Guard your energy and remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Remember I was saying it feels like a rock climbing up a rock wall. Yeah, okay? Right? The road gets journey. Sometimes the path, you have to figure it out, right? But nevertheless, it's a part of your journey. Pay attention to the details is what I'm saying as well. You could be a very nurturing person, very smart and business savvy. A lot of you guys have very intelligent minds. You could have a very high IQ. You could have been in gifted and talented classes or something like that. Okay. I don't know. I feel like you're showing up very grounded right now. Okay, your money could be even becoming more solid. There's someone, I don't know if you are trying to learn to be more humble with your finances or something like that. Because I don't know, you are a person, you like nice things now. somebody likes designer here, but maybe you could be trying to be more frugal. Okay. I don't know. Maybe somebody could be organizing their closet as well, getting rid of things. Springtime is here, doing the spring cleaning. Okay. Make sure if you're giving away things and you're donating things, don't be donating no dirty, busted up things that you don't want to wear. That is not how we give away things. And I'm sorry I have to say this, but I do. Right? When we give away things, we want to give away the things that we really like, the things that we feel like are the best. When you give, you want to give from your best. Okay, so don't be taking, your dirty clothes to Goodwill because you don't feel like going to the dumpster or something like that. That is trifling. And what you put out into the universe, you will get back sevenfold. Okay, it's the law of attraction. So make sure that if you are, when you're giving, just give your best. I'm gonna just say that everything you do, even if you have to clean toilets for a living. Whatever you do, give your best. When you give your best, God puts a blessing on it.
That's real.
And that's for real.
That's real. Right.
So, nobody wants your old worn down shoes. Like, when you give your best. If you're going, give to a charity, give your best. If you, give your best at whatever you do. And it will be blessed abundantly. I don't know why I'm saying that. Somebody got the coins here. Okay? Somebody has coins here. And, when God gives you financial blessings, you have to be a good steward of the bank, because a lot of times we get things so that we're able to bless other people. But if you can't, if you're doing things like that and just to go and buy new designer and you giving everybody your worn down Converses, and them Converses, after you wear them for so long, it ain't no wiping them off. So
you know what, it's a true fact. People that normally give their best at whatever they do, they normally get promoted to the next level. Even at work, in life, spirit, whatever. Like, when you give your best, it's noted. Like, the people that can promote you, they don't know who they're going to promote until they see somebody doing their best. And they be like, all right, yeah, get them. I like their energy, Same way in the spirit realm. Like, whatever it is that you're doing, right, fully immersed. That's the card.
Yeah. Yeah, people want to give you they want to donate the washing machine when they don't spend no more. Throw that thing away.
All right, so we got the 8 of Wands in reverse to the 6 of Wands in reverse to the Fool to the Hangman. And I'm gonna just say it flat out. As long as we move in dishonorable energy, everything is slow moving. The 8 of Wands in reverse, that's slow moving energy. That's not getting the message about life kind of energy. And the 6 of Wands, dishonorable things like, underhanded things, backdoor things that we do is like, and I'm not judging nobody because who am I to judge? But whatever you doing, whatever level you at, be fair with it. Even if you a hustler, be a fair hustler, right? Whatever you doing, be fair at what you doing. This way, your spirits and God can justify blessing you in it. Even if it's not all the way right? Because who are we to judge, right? But strive to be fair, because dishonorable energy is going to slow up everything with the 8 of Wands. And somebody, I need you to know this as well. The Fool to the Hangman is all in energy, fully immersed. The Fool to the Hangman, that is what Spirit says to somebody. You gotta be all in, or you gotta be all the way out.
Yeah.
Like, you
Ain't no lukewarm water.
Yeah, you can't be a part of this, that, and the third. Whatever you're doing, you gotta be in it or you gotta be out of it. You can't be whatever. And that's sometimes you just gotta stand apart from everything. Real talk, like, because the Fool to the Hangman, that's a familiar energy. Sometimes you just gotta really hop out there and make a decision that, look, I'm out here, I'm rocking with God. I can't be a part of this, that, and the third. Sometimes that's the decision. You have to be fully immersed about it. Like, you have to be in it or out of it, whatever that may mean for you, right? Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. So you gotta maybe, I'm saying maybe you might need a sense of foresight about things, right? Let your other eye see it, is what they saying to me. Look at things from your spiritual eye. Maybe you're looking at things from a natural eye. The Fool to the Hangman, though, is the energy of all in. Like, because the Fool is already risky. And the Hangman itself is affirmative. Like, it's a decision made. It's a shift in the energy. So, just know. Dishonorable energy or honorable energy. Pick whichever one you're going to move in from this point. It don't matter what man say. It don't matter what anybody say. All it really matters is that dishonorable energy going to get you dishonorable results out here. Honorable energy going to get you honorable results. What are you honoring? What are you got to weigh it up now and make sure you're not caught in the judgment of nobody else. You get caught in what people think and have to say, and then you be out here moving dishonorable. And you be thinking you moving right, but you just moving according to what other people think is right sometimes. So you have to make a decision, stand on it, and be fully immersed in it.
So I don't know why Spirit got me here again, but I got 333 with resources. I have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. Hang in there. Be patient. You are on the right track. I don't know. I feel like this is two different energies here. Okay. I don't know. I feel like somebody is abusing their resources. Somebody's being a bully because they do have resources, maybe finances. Somebody could be bullying a person because they have more money than another person or something like that. Something's out of control here. Someone could also be very impulsive with finances, okay? If you're a person and you keep finding yourself having to do retail therapy, it may be a deeper issue there, okay? There is a deeper issue there. If every time, something's going on, you have to go and shop, there's an issue. Not saying that you shouldn't treat yourself, because I'm a firm believer, if you work, you should buy yourself something every time, right? You should, right? I'm a firm believer at that. However, I feel like if someone is doing something reckless with their finances, then this could be something that needs to be evaluated. For instance, some people, their mental health spirals and they go and they do things on an impulse and they don't mean it, and then there's a problem. You know, maybe there's nowhere to live or no vehicle to drive because, you know, some people are very impulsive like that. So if you're finding yourself in this kind of energy, you may want to pay attention to this. You may want to get help for that. Okay. I don't know. I feel like somebody's I don't know. There's like spiritual bullies around here or something. Physical bullies. I don't know if somebody's dealing with bullying from school, their children or something like that. Make sure that you pay attention to what your children are telling you when they come home from school. Okay, bullying is a real thing. Okay, um, I don't appreciate it. I think that, you know, parents should have their children under control at home, so they shouldn't be going to school bullying people. I think kids should be able to wear whatever the hell they want to because their parents bought whatever the hell they could afford, whatever the hell they wanted to buy. And I feel like if you are a person teaching your children that what a person wears, you need to get yourself together. Okay, if you determine who a person is off of what they have, and you're teaching your child this, you may want to evaluate yourself. Okay, because you're a part of the problem, and I said it, and I'm standing on that. Okay. I don't know. You know, just pay attention to your children because I'm feeling like some bully energy. I'm feeling like you know everything. And I notice with these kids because I even watch my own kids. These kids love to record everything. You know, so everything is a daredevilish. Do this because we want to get a video. So you know, just pay attention. I don't know where this is coming from. I just felt like it was a child in the energy. Okay. Pay attention to your children, but your resources could be changing here. Okay. You know, and you know, sometimes when those resources changing, that confidence can change, but you know, we want to be, we want to be confident, not conceited, not cocky. We want to be humble, right? Because a lot of us, we know exactly where we came from and we can go back very quick. The tables can turn very quick. I see the Libra scales.
Yeah,
Okay.
scales of balance.
No, things are always going to be balanced, fair, and just. So remember that. I don't know. Don't allow yourself to miss opportunities. Okay. Don't be blinded by things that are shiny objects, things that don't mean anything. Look deeper. Okay. Things are multiplying in your life. I feel like, you know, you're getting a lot of angelic messages. Okay. I feel like your surroundings are changing. Okay. You could be a woman that I'm talking to, divine feminine. Okay. You could even have a young masculine, this person, this child that I was talking about. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pay attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang in there. Be patient. Things are going to be okay. You know, sometimes we get off the track, but, you know, you're going to get back on. You always get back on. Okay?
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a lot of epic moments coming up. Okay? A lot of epic events.
Okay. So, about the bullying thing, right? Because Spirit gave me an intuition. In fact, use your intuition in regards to your children. Like, sometimes we block our intuition. We can use our intuition so good. We'll look at our kids and we'll see different things about them. And then we give them, I don't know why we do this, a lot of us, but we feel like, well, maybe I shouldn't say that, or maybe I shouldn't do that. But sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be like, you know, if you feel like your child is being bullied in a certain way, sometimes you gotta cut through the chase. Yeah. You can't wait and study, like, you know what I'm saying, and when it's a good time. Yeah. You gotta straight just cut to the chase and be real enough to ask them, you know.
Proactive.
Sometimes give them a piece of you, right? You know, like, I just think it's important. Like, I'm that way. I've always been that way. But I think it's good to use your intuition on your children. In fact, I was talking to my daughter last night, and I was actually tapping into my intuition real strong about her. I mean, we can use our gifts every other way. Mm-hmm. You have to learn how to use them. Don't be in denial about what's going on with your children, especially when you're gifted. All you got to do is remove the denial and be able, sometimes you have to detach from your child and see them as another person other than your child in order for you not to be biased in your own mind. right? That's using your gift. Like, especially for your child who's getting older, teenage years, they going through different things, they have various changes. They not the same old 5-year-olds that they was. They not them no more. In fact, they becoming something different. So if you feel like it's a problem there, especially and particularly bullying, you wanna get a hold of bullying, because bullying can cripple a child. It can force them to lose confidence, and they grow up with the attitude like, I was explaining to my wife, like, I never been bullied. It wasn't a thing when we were younger for people to get bullied. But then as I was growing, it became a slogan for bullying, right? And I was like, I couldn't imagine what type of effect it would have had on me if I was bullied as a child. I might have been like, well, this is all I can do, I don't know. But yeah, use your intuition on your children as well. All right, so we got the sun out here in reverse to the Ace of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign, I see you shining. You're doing your thing. Earth sign. This I'm speaking to an earth sign, a feminine, and souls of balance. So what I'm saying is, it says seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. So what I'm saying with the sun being in reverse is that you could be in a situation where there's a lot of lies around you, a lot of shady dealings, right? You could be in a shady space where, the sun just not shining. You know how I feel, like them rainy days,
It's just a rainy
day. It could be a rainy day in the spirit, right, for you. But what I do see is that the Ace of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is the universe sending you the scales of balance right here. Like, look, it feel like, look at that. It's like the universe is literally giving you pentacles, giving you health, giving you, this is sound mind. Don't devalue that, because the sun in reverse and then the Ace of Pentacles, it's the ability to have a sound mind even in the midst of chaos. It's the ability to endure untruths, lies and rumors from other people, earth sign, but yet and still to be able to have a sound mind. Somebody, you could be under the scrutiny of other people, but standing with a sound mind. Ace of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, It feels like everything is upright. I'm going to just say, continue to stand. Like, sometimes we got to do that. We got to stand, and we got to trust and believe that the universe is going to balance it out for us, right? I mean, that's the only way that we can really rock from this point on. We got to trust and believe that, y'all. Like, if I'm out here and I'm working and I'm doing light work, even think about this. Your heart is purpose with good intentions. Your work is light. You might not cross every T, dot every I, but damn sure don't allow yourself to fall under nobody's scrutiny when you the one doing the work. God is looking at you, not them. They can say whatever they want, but God is looking at you, not them. Who are they? Who are they? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like somebody, you beginning to understand that. Like, you standing and you receiving that sound mind. That's putting you in the Queen of Pentacles. And it's nothing like the Queen of Pentacles and her energy. Like, that's unmovable. Very earthy. Very grounded. The Queen of Pentacles, she's stuck down. She's stuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it's not no moving that. You gotta really be able to know the truth amidst the sun. And the sun in reverse is very chaotic. It's almost like sometimes, imagine being in a house full of people and everybody telling lies, but you the only one that know the truth. But every room you go in, everybody telling lies. You're gonna be the only one. You're gonna be like, man, So that's the Queen of Pentacles. She could be in a house full of liars and hold down the truth and sit down on them and be like, man, I not see what they run around doing, but look, I'm gonna hold on to this pentacle, which is, so continue to do what you do. Allow it to balance out for you. It's good energy. Great energy.
Somebody can be working out more, getting your body in shape, getting in fit. Okay, somebody could just be feeling more overall sexy. You could just be feeling more fit. As a man, you could be working out. Okay, just feeling good about yourself. Somebody's learning that life is of the spirit, and I feel like somebody's trying the spirit by the spirit. You know, you could be really very spiritually sensitive right now. So it's important that we protect what we watch and what we hear, okay? So,
why every time you start saying things, I get songs that come to mind? You know what song just came to my mind? I'm too sexy for my shirt,
too sexy for my hat,
too sexy for myself.
Too sexy. Okay? Somebody's like, yeah, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could be doing something, you know, different here. I feel like you're seeing things different as well. We got spiritual realm number 999 coming out for you, okay? Somebody's living in the spirit. Somebody's really understanding that, like, you know, half of what I see and hear is phony, is false, is fake. Okay?
My brother used to say that, believe none of what you see and half of what you hear.
Yeah.
What did he say? Or was it?
Something like
believe
that.
half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Yeah, there you go. None. Yeah. Okay. Something like that, right? I like this energy. Now, we got the hangman here. Okay, so you could be really stuck in a place, but it's a good stuck, you know. In this place, you could be realizing, like, okay, some of this stuff wasn't good for me anyway. I see why I couldn't move this way. I see why this had to be moved. You could be in that space right now, seeing why your life needs to be reorganized. Some of you guys, your life is being reorganized. Yes. Okay. Some of the labels are being changed. Okay. The chapters are being turned, things like that. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. You're showing up very loyal as well, okay? You can have a lot of responsibility, you know? You're responsible for the truth, and that's a lot. Right? Okay, because when you are a truth speaker, people don't like the truth exposed a lot of times. So, I don't know, you know, it can be a very hard responsibility for you, but you're showing up very loyal, okay? I love this for you. Now, you know, make sure that you don't find yourself way too gone is what I'm hearing. Way too gone. You know, with the spiritual realm here, sometimes if you don't balance yourself, you could be in there way too far. And sometimes, let's be honest, not every spirit is the spirit of the Most High. And not every spirit is light, okay? Some things come in to trick you and, you know.
Psychosis.
Pay attention to that in this kind of energy. But there's a lot of growth, you know. And I feel like somebody's understanding that you are a problem solver, you know. You are responsible for solutions. You are the solution to a lot of things. And, you know, I feel like at one time it could have felt like a burden that you were always the person that has to solve the problem. It's not a burden. It's a part of your gift. You know, God gave you the mind to be able to do these things so that you can create solutions. Okay. So don't live the story of others. Write your own. It says creativity, adventure, and find your genius. Okay. You know, with the weather breaking, I know a lot of people are, you know, ready to get out, ready to explore, okay? You can have something planned coming up here. But I feel like there's your surrender, your willingness to let go, your ability to release, you know, it sets you apart, you know, from everybody else. You know how hard it is it's easy to just give in to things. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard to withstand, you know, to withhold from things. Like, that's the hard part. It's easy as hell to go in there and just grab some ice cream. Okay? It's hard as hell to just stay away from the ice cream. Right? To not go in the freezer and eat it. It's easy as hell to go in there and pick up a spoon and be like, damn, and just eat it, right? It's hard to have discipline. So give yourself a pat on the back. You know, I'm always about kudos to yourself when you're doing things. You know, when you're not allowing bondage to grip you, obsessions, what do you call it? Addictions, those kind of things. They're not bonding a person anymore like they were. They're not gripping you like they used to. You could have been like in gymnastics, or you could be very flexible. Okay. You could have a child in gymnastics, or you could have a child that needs to be in gymnastics. Okay. It could be the next, what's her name? Simone Biles. Is she in the Olympics? I think. I hope I said that right. I hope I did.
I'm over here thinking, like, I need me
Okay, somebody gave me a heart. That must be her name. I think it is.
I need me a 808 beat machine.
Hey.
Hold
on, I got you.
No. I need a
Go.
That's not an 808.
Come on, do something.
That's not an 808.
Oh, let's just go spit something. You're supposed to just spit.
No, I got
King of Swords, ain't it?
Hey, yo. My wife always try. She a
hype man.
Yo, she a slow bully. She a slow bully, like a black. She a passive bully. Like she'll bully you, and then you gotta figure out, was I just bullied?
No.
No, I'm joking, but I'm not. All right, look. Somebody, all right, this reading is crazy. All right, Ace of Wands to the Ace of Swords to the Nine of Swords. So what I'm saying is, this is two ways now. You turned up. Ace of Wands to the Ace of Swords. Look, you turned all the way up, right? That's a mess. You went in. You did something magical. You turned up. Now, the only thing about this turn up, when you turn up in the spirit realm like this, it causes a lot of things to happen in your real world. It causes fatigue in the body, for one. Sometimes we turn up, people, we feel that when we turn up and then we sit in the Nine of Swords like, what have I done? Have I done something that I ain't had no business doing?
I done it.
Why are things going the way that they going, right? Somebody is in the Nine of Swords, or the other way I'm saying this is you turned up and you got somebody else very nervous, like they are in the Nine of Swords, right? Either way, Spirit says a slow climb, right? Slow climb is advice from the wise. It's not my advice. It's from the wise sages, right? As you move forward, it's always better to have limits that you won't go to as opposed to trying to see how far you can go. You know how some people, I wonder how much I can do. I wonder how much I can get away with. I wonder how much power I can accumulate. I wonder what my power is. And then you have those that be like, oh, I ain't messing with that. Oh no, I don't need none. I'm good. I don't want to learn that. I don't need to read that. I'm not doing that, right? And that's the wise. Mm-hmm. The people who are wise, because you got to realize now, the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So whatever you have to have the final say over which direction you moving in. So you got to have limitations, because if you have none, you won't have the final say. If you jump into things and you have no limits, you're going to be controlled by things. Period, point blank. If you don't have a space where you like, oh, I'm not doing that, no matter what. If it requires me to do that, then I won't be doing that. Then you have to have that in you. Some people don't. They get into things and they have no limits, and next thing you know, they in the outer realms, right? They in the outer limits, and they in the Nine of Swords, and that's what I see about somebody, right? Somebody could be you, maybe not, but they went into this thing, Ace of Wands to the Ace of Swords, turning up all hard, doing so much magic, doing so many tricks, you know what I'm saying? Doing too much metaphysical stuff. And then the backlash of that, like I said, it comes with a lot of things. People age real quick sometimes. Fatigue sets in on the body. The body realizes, now you get the aftershock. So be wise. Because somebody out here, this is exactly what they did. They went in on something and they turned up, and Maybe like my wife said, they was turning up for a long time. And then it gets to the point where it looks like this. 9 of Swords. Like, what did I do? Right. We don't have to be like that, y'all. And even when we get like that, right, it's time for you to find a heart of repentance, right? And then moving forward, slow climb. Be a slow climber. Climb with the wise. Don't climb with the dumb. Let people climb all fast. They want to go to all these heights real quick. But one thing I learned about in life, the higher you go up, is the harder your fall gonna be. So you want to make sure you move at a pace where you can resonate with the altitude. Because you don't want to be up too high and fall, break everything when you fall. There's nothing left to put back together because you fell from a height that was too high for you. Just some advice. Slow climb.
Bluetooth mode.
Hey y'all, glad y'all were able to make it. Hey y'all, hey. And that was your message. Accept or reject it. But keep your spirit protected. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for spending another morning with us. Thank you guys for your love, your support, your comments. Thank you guys for interacting with us. We love you guys so much. If you would like to be a blessing to the channel, all of the information is listed on the page. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Hey. And of course, until next time, hey, elemental beings. Try to save the people from the pain and misery. And this life is not that hard. We be pulling all these cards while we healing all these scars. Hey. 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 Don't you worry, it's a good day. Hey. You and your purpose is a good day. Hey. You can smile, it's a good day.
The sun is outside.
Hey, the sun is out, it's a good day. Hey, you can laugh, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, the ancestors in my energy. Hey, I feel protection heavily. Hey, and don't you worry, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. We about to go play in this sun. We love y'all.